Hello there, I'm Tulika B. Mukherjee in my second section of teaching on this YouTube channel. One of my channel is Your Personality Development Master, in which I train things important for your persona. And in this very new channel of mine, that is English Made Easy, I am taking small sections and small classes wherein I'll be teaching you little tidbits of English, and slowly will move on towards hardcore English. See, what happens is that these days English is really very important. That's not harm if you know other languages. That's actually wonderful. But what happens is when we speak English, it's always going to connect, because English is not particularly any language as such. It is something that connects us all. Definitely a language, I may say so. But you know what happens? English is a language that is only used for communication when we come ahead with meeting people, especially officially. When you are in an office, you try to communicate with people around you in English. And sometimes when you fumble, or when you fail to use some particular words properly, say maybe in pronunciation or any way, it feels awkward, and it's normal as well. So why not buckle ourselves up and learn few things, very important things. Okay, so from my first class, I'll begin with very small things, which will just give you an overview how should you go about your uh, practice of English wherever you are, meeting friends, having functions, meeting uh, uh, unknown people, meetings, then so many things. There are just a number of things wherein you require little bit of knowledge of English, and if that is a bit polished, wow, that'll be wonderful, isn't so? So come on, let's begin. So I'll be beginning with the sentence, the little very very minute thing that can be explained to you in a simpler form is, sentence is nothing but a group of words, framed together, that makes sense. Anything that makes sense, that makes you understand about something, that is sentence. Sentence begins with a capital letter, and then it ends with a full stop. And here, for your information, full stop is was also known as, not now but earlier, it used to be called as period. Like if I would say, sentence is the group of words that make sense, period. Or sentence is the group of word that makes sense, full stop. So full stop was earlier called period. Yes, that's a very good information as well. You can always remember and talk about it about you amongst your friends. What was the full stop called earlier, in back those olden days, you may call it. Okay, so I have explained what is sentence. Now, what before sentence, there are certain things that we should always think about. Like, for instance, if we talk about Hindi, we have matra, right? Which makes the word, a particular pronunciation is awarded to that particular word we use, right? Similarly, we have five such letters that are used as the matras in English, like the vowels. We call it vowels. Okay. So, what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U are the five vowels. I remember one of my seniors, Anjali Revis. She was my principal's daughter, younger daughter, and she taught me this particular line: A, E, I, O, U are the five vowels, and that has stayed with me till today. Whenever I'm teaching and I'm talking about it, I tend to remember her as well. Anyway, so, and this is the basic of English. Yes, everybody of us should know. I think children who are following me, that they in their end would definitely remember this as a story. If you remember, we do remember things if we remind certain thing in as a form of a story or something, it will help us and to remember. That makes sense. Now, Remember that vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Now, if A, E, I, O, U are the vowels, then what about the rest of the letters, the alphabets? So, what do we call them? We also have name for them. So, A, E, I, O, U are the vowels, while the rest, that is B, C, D, E is again a vowel, F, G, H. So all these things, I is again a vowel, yes. So all these, the leftovers alphabets that are not vowels are called consonants because they are not adding any pronunciations to your words. Yes, do remember that. Okay, so in this, I have taught you sentence. I taught you sentence. Then I taught you vowels. Then I also taught you about consonants because this is something the basic of your English. I think today I'll wind up with this only. Let's see how many of you like my first section of English teaching, and then I'm going to come up with more information, and I'll do my best to provide you valuable information about this wonderful language, which is the language of communication, of connect, the language of connecting. I think this is a wonderful language and it has an amazing rich literature as well. We will be talking about it in future. So touch wood, bye bye, and be well, take care. And not today, but in my future classes, I will be providing you with some bits of homework, very little. But for today, please keep watching these videos, as much English videos you can, so it will only help you to upgrade your English. Okay, so, like, subscribe, share, and do comment whatever your comments could be. You may like it or not. Please let me know how I can also improve my video. Okay, till then, bye bye.